Well, actually, there is something that happened right over at George Mason University. There was one young man who was the head of an organization, and I'm not going to tell you who it was, but we call him anti-Islam, because anytime we would try to do any kind of program, he would try to sabotage it and do things against, you know, the efforts that we were trying to make, and destroy things, steal things. Just, you know, it was a real pest. But everybody was trying to be nice to him, and they trying to show the good character of a Muslim in spite of what people might do. So he takes these videos that we had. We had some videotapes, and he took all of them so that we didn't have anything to give away for the people who came to visit. And he thought he was being cool, and he even told his friends, I'm going to record my musical videos over these tapes, ha ha ha. So then one day, one of his friends was talking to him and about how much he hated Islam and was against Muslims and all. And so this guy was telling him, well, if you feel like that, how come your sister is a Muslim now? Well, how did that come about? He said, oh, he said, one time I took all of those videotapes away from those Muslim guys. And I took the tapes I was going to record over them. But before I could record her over all of them, my sister pulled out one of them and she stuck it in the TV, you know, the VCR player. And she watched it, and she accidentally became a Muslim. I don't know how you can accidentally become a Muslim. Well, that's what he said. She accidentally became a Muslim. So that was another kind of a strange quirk of the way that things go. One of the things I believe that's really important for us to keep in mind is that, and a lot of times we know it, we think about it, but we don't mention it. We should mention this. In Islam, nobody can be forced to come into Islam. And it's impossible, because Islam means the willful submission to God on His terms. And you cannot willfully submit if somebody's forcing you. It's the opposite.
That's correct.
So therefore, nobody can be forced to go into Islam. In fact, that's what Allah says in the Quran, La ikraha fid din. This means that there is no compulsion forcing anybody to submit to Allah. Of course, if you understand that, it means, though, if you do choose to submit, then you have to totally become a Muslim. So it's not like a scapegoat narration in the Quran that says that, okay, Muslims don't have to practice Islam. Some might say, oh, la ikraha fid din, I don't have to wear hijab, you know, the covering, yes, and I don't have to pray 5 times a day. Why? Well, you can't force me because la ikraha fid din. No, la ikraha fid din is very clear, meaning that once you know who God is and what His conditions are, what your purpose of life is, once you understand that, then you have a responsibility to totally submit. And if you do that, it's complete. You can't say, well, you know, la ikraha fid din, I can take it and leave it and do what I like. So that's one statement I think has to be cleared up, that nobody can be forced into Islam.